countdown is on to their meeting in the ring.
Wow.
But the story of their journey there was anything but complete.
Yeah.
As the two best fighters in the world risk everything for history.
Muhammad Ali once declared, "Championships are forged far from the crowd, inside the gym, along lonely roads, and in moments unseen, long before the lights shine down on me." Today, his words roar louder than ever as the boxing universe holds its breath for Canelo Alvarez versus Terence "Bud" Crawford.
I think that a lot of people is, over thinking the size advantage. Canelo is a strong fighter in himself, and he's a good puncher, but so am I, and fight night is going to be good.
A clash seemingly destined by fate. Canelo, Mexico's champion, has stormed through divisions like a ruler claiming new empires.
I'm here in boxing to make history, and winning for me means a lot in this fight because he's one of the best in the last 15 years. He accomplished a lot, and I accomplished a lot, and I think it's a perfect match.
His legacy already immortalized in gold among the legends. Crawford, the calculating genius from Omaha, is pure precision.
I ain't came across him yet. Everything happened for a reason, and I truly and firmly believe the reason for me to be in this situation right now is to become 3-time undisputed champion of the world.
Proving beyond question that he belongs atop the pound-for-pound elite. This is not just another bout. This is a meeting of legacies, where power meets agility, where pride confronts intellect, where history demands a hero.
I was excited, but I wasn't like, oh, I beat Spence, or I didn't. It was something that I already knew was going to happen. I just needed the opportunity to show everyone.
Confronts intellect, where history demands a hero. Tonight, two warriors enter the ring not merely to defend belts, but to pursue eternity, to etch their names onto boxing's eternal summit. From Ali's lessons on the unseen grind straight into Crawford's icy, methodical certainty, the tension in the air is tangible. Bud isn't spinning hype. He's the living blueprint for taking down Canelo. He stares into the cameras and states flatly, "I'm winning." Calls it the biggest fight of his life, yet size, spotlight, or spectacle don't faze him. He wants those belts. He wants the 3-division undisputed crown, and he treats the whole thing like a boardroom interview he's already nailed. Why is that dangerous for Canelo? Bud stays anchored in Omaha. He trusts his team. He trains like social media and hype don't exist. Just another camp, another ring. But don't misread that composure. It's deadly. Crawford studies opponents like case files and delivers punches like inescapable realities. Here's the edge. Canelo brings stone, pride, and raw power. Crawford? He brings the remote control to the TV Canelo's used to running. He can switch channels mid-fight, force Canelo into his script, dictate the pace, control the show. So, yes, I'm fired up, and you should be too. When Bud says, "I ain't worried about Canelo's size, and I want his belts, I want his legacy," he's not spinning a tale. He's staking his career, his name, his place in history. And if you doubt those odds, you might be missing boxing history as it's written. And just when you thought Bud's ice-cold confidence couldn't get any more intimidating, in steps his right-hand man, Stephen "So Cold" Nelson, dropping lines that make you glance at Canelo like, "Yo, you sure about this?" Nelson doesn't sugarcoat a thing. He flat out says Bud's power at this weight isn't just stronger. Its new iPhone charger won't fit the old plug different. He reminds everyone Bud's been testing himself on bigger men, light heavyweights, middleweights, whatever, and holding his own every single time. Here's the clincher. Nelson insists Bud isn't undersized. He's been cruising around 170 for years, which means on fight night, Canelo isn't facing a swollen welterweight, he's facing Omaha Prime, perfectly seasoned, top-tier cut. But the wildest visual? Nelson likened this fight to a spaceship landing on Earth, and suddenly, it clicked. Picture it. Canelo looking up and Bud descending like a NASA astronaut, ready to launch him into another orbit. Look, everyone keeps harping on size, but if Nelson's right about this next-level power, Canelo might end up looking like he accidentally ordered the wrong Netflix package. And us? We've got front-row seats to the system glitch. Nelson laid it out. Bud's a natural marvel, Canelo's a high-level predator, and we're strapped in, bracing for chaos. Then Caleb Plant chimes in, and Plant doesn't sugarcoat. He's faced it all, battled the elite, and the way he sizes this fight up, it's like a coach who respects the storm, yet can't believe how wild the skies turn. Plant gives both fighters their props. Crawford switching stances like a caffeinated ninja, Canelo bringing that pound-for-pound menace in every punch. The kicker? Plant calls it a question mark fight. Not because he doubts them, but because this is that rare clash where danger, skill, and unpredictability all meet. Basically, he's telling fans, buckle up, sit back, you're about to witness a storm. Because this isn't just a fight. It's a tactical war with fists, a mental chessboard where every feint, every counter, every angle could shift the entire game. Whoever emerges victorious, instant legend, no argument. And yeah, I've already got the popcorn ready. But talking unpredictability, do you know where Bud's switch-hitting mastery started? On the JRE MMA show, Crawford explained, a childhood hand injury forced him to train his left. What began as necessity became a superpower. Now, he's a nightmare. Orthodox southpaw, it doesn't matter. Move left, move right. Bud cuts you off like he's memorized your blueprint. He traps, flips stances mid-combo, and suddenly punches come from angles you didn't even know existed. And here's the brilliance. He doesn't switch just to survive. He switches to dominate. He uses it to turn up the heat mid-fight, smother opponents in the pocket, unload bombs with both hands. It's like facing two fighters in one body. That adaptability, that creativity, that instinct. That's the line between good and legendary. Blood, sweat, obsession, genius, all fused into one. Step into the ring with Crawford and you're not just fighting a man. You're facing a living, breathing puzzle. Canelo versus Billy Joe Saunders wasn't just a fight. It was controlled chaos detonated under the lights. From the first bell, Canelo stepped in like he owned every inch of the ring, each punch thrown with the authority of a man who already knew how the night would end. Saunders tried to be slick, switching stances, moving like he was auditioning for a dance crew. But slick only works until you hit a buzzsaw. And Canelo? He was the buzzsaw. Round after round, he broke Saunders down, landing sharp counters, punishing hooks to the body, crisp jabs, pressure mounting like a time bomb waiting to go off. Then it exploded. That uppercut. Brutal, precise, fight ending. One shot that demolished Saunders' orbital bone and ended the fight in the 8th. Not luck, not coincidence. Pure, calculated destruction. The stats told the same story. Canelo outlanded Saunders 73-60, landed over half his power shots, and reminded everyone his timing is still flawless. Saunders pocketed $8 million for the night, but Canelo? A guaranteed $15 million, likely soaring past $35 million with PPV. But the true payday was a legacy. When that uppercut landed, the gasp through the arena was audible. A collective recognition that Canelo doesn't just win fights, he finishes them. Predator precision, lion-like ferocity. Saunders learned the hard way. Step into the ring with a lion, and scratches aren't enough. You might leave with a shattered face. And speaking of broken faces, while Canelo was busy turning Billy Joe Saunders' jaw into modern art, Terence "Bud" Crawford was out here giving a masterclass in dismantling danger. His bout with Viktor Postol? That wasn't just boxing, that was